Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the song Hey Jude that we played in class. I think I brought it in like late January. And Jemiah, I remember you really liked this song, so hopefully we'll all have fun with this. I think everybody had a good time. So pull up that document. Should say Hey Jude on the title. And also, before we get started, and as with every video before we get started, pause for a second and make sure you are in tune and that you have enough rosin on your bow. So go ahead and do that. And when you are ready, we're going to go over this song. If you can, try to remember how this sounds. And try like singing it in your head a little bit or out loud if you are confident enough. So when I look at this, I'm like, oh yeah. Hey Jude, da 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 da. I forget the lyrics to this song. But I always try to like sing along to the piece before I start playing it, because if I can hear it in my head, then I can play it a lot better. So before we get started, take a second and see what is the key signature here. If you guessed F major with 1 B flat, you are correct. And then look at the time signature. And if you guessed 4/4 time, then you are correct. Notice that we have a pickup into the first measure, so we're starting on beat 4. Also do a quick little scan and see, I think there is one measure that has a couple accidentals. Can you find what measure that is? If you guessed measure 19, you are correct. Measure 19 has an E flat and then an E natural. So watch out for that. And we are going to go over a few of the measures that have the most difficult rhythms in this piece. So everybody go to measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's a pickup into this measure that's kind of hard to see because it's on the previous line. So let's clap that rhythm together. Forget about the pickup for now. So just the rhythm of measure 5. So we've got 8th note, 2 8th notes, a quarter note, 2 8th notes, 2 16th notes, and another 8th note. So I'm going to clap it once and then clap it with me. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Alright, so listen one more time. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Alright, now try clapping that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, good job. Now find one other place in this piece where that measure comes back again. So the same notes, same rhythm in one other measure. Pause this video while you figure it out. And when you're ready, that other measure is measure 25. Has the exact same rhythm and same notes as measure 5. So let's try playing it together. So we've got D's, and then G, F, E, F, D, and then moving on to the next measure, C. So I'll play it for you and then play it along with me. So measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now play it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you got that right, awesome, good job. Feel free to go back to that little spot as many times as you need until you get it right. And now we are going to take a look at measure 9. So that is at the end of this line that we were already on. So we start with an 8th note rest. So let's divide up a measure into 8th notes. So if we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, then our 8th notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and And if we leave out that first eighth note rest, so and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's our rhythm for this measure. So let's take a look at the notes now before we put it with the rhythm. So we've got this big octave jump from F to F, the very first notes of this measure. So measure 9, rest. Try with me just playing F, low F, high F, low F, high F. How fast can you play it? Figure it out. All right, so let's try this together. Let's take it really slow, and then we're gonna play it up to speed. So play it with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay. Feel free to rewind and play that at the slow tempo again if you need to. And now we are going to play it up to speed. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, ready, go. So practice that on your own a little bit, rewind the video and play it along with me. And there is one other place in this piece where that measure repeats itself. So take a second and try to find that. Pause the video if you need to. And when you're ready, that other place where that measure is measure 14. So that measure comes back again. So technically, you already know 4 measures of this piece. And now we are going to actually play measure 10. So that comes right after measure 9, so right where we left off on that D. So this rhythm is super funky. We've got a quarter note, an eighth note, a dotted quarter note, and then 2 eighth notes, okay? So I'm going to clap this rhythm for you so you can hear it, and then clap it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, do it with me. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yep, and that measure also comes back in one other place. Have you figured it out? That place is measure 15. So be ready when that comes back around. Let's clap that all together from measure 9 and 10 all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. All right, so now let's try just playing measure 10. So we got D, F, D, F, B flat. So I'm going to play it for you, then play it with me. 2, 3, 4. All right, now together. 2, 3, 4. So now let's take measures 9 and 10 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job on that, you guys. A couple other places to look at. Go to measure 19. And that's the measure I was talking about earlier that has the accidentals in it. So let's take a look at, just that measure 19. So we start on an E flat, which is an accidental. So, and then E natural. So let's play just that measure. The rhythm is super simple. It's just quarter, quarter, eighth, quarter. So measure 19. 2, 3, 4. All right, good job, you guys. Now look at measure 30. So this is the part that's like, but instead of going from our open G and our closed F, we're going to try something a little different. Take your fourth finger and find the spot on the D string where your G is in tune with your open G string. So try it like this. So I played both of the strings at once, and I slid it around until I found that perfect spot where they lined up. And that's where my G is on my D string. So keep your fourth finger there, and we're going to try G, F, G, F. Try that on your own for a second. G, F, G, F. And now let's play that together. I'm going to count 3, 4, G, F, G, F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, F, G, F. Good job. So now we're going to try the part that comes before that. So that is measure 29. Go to measure 29. And I'll play it for you. Watch how I shift my hand just a half step up to get from this F down here to this G right here, okay? 3, 4. 4, 1, 4, 1. 4, 1, 4, 1. So now try playing that with me for measure 29. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. In this last measure, you pick your favorite note in the F major chord. So that one's mine, but you have the option of F, C, F, A, C, or F. Alright, so last measure, just pick your favorite note. Alright, so now I am going to start playing it, and try playing it along with me from the very beginning. If you need to, you can listen to me playing it all the way through and then rewind the video and play it along with me. So, 1, 2, 3. Great job, everybody. And I'll see you again next week.